Anyways, I was going to say, before we get started, could I tell a story? I have a story
Sure.
to tell,
Yeah.
and I'll
Go for
try
it.
to make it quick, and I feel like you already kind of have an idea about maybe part of this story, but I wanted to tell my story. So, for almost a week now,
Mhm.
I have been without a microwave.
Oh.
And the
Oh.
reason why I have been without a microwave since Monday
Right.
is
Yep.
because my microwave decided to explode.
Yep.
And you may be wondering, hey, Callie, how the fuck did that happen? How did you get that to happen? And my answer is, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how it did that. It was fine. It was like, I literally had used it like an hour before to like heat up some water, and it was totally cool. Okay, also, don't get on my ass. Yes, I use the microwave to heat up water sometimes. I know people get weird about that. About using the microwave to heat up water and shit. I have one pot in this apartment, okay?
It's just easier.
Listen, not everyone can boil water all of the time. I don't have the fucking patience for that, okay? And I have one single pot in this apartment, so give me some slack. Don't at me about that. Okay?
I just gotta get you one of those electric kettles.
Yeah,
You
and
just
I
put
don't have
water
a
in.
kettle. So
Yeah.
my only option is either go through my fucking coffee machine or to use my microwave, alright? So
that hint of coffee
yeah,
flavoring.
and I didn't want the hint of coffee, so fuck off, alright? So but I had used it and it was totally fine. And then an hour later I went to go melt some butter and just like a regular, like totally fine, like ceramic,
Hey, Brie.
like dish bowl, you know, like just a regular dish that you use. And like I put it in there and I turn it on and like instantly it starts flashing. It starts making popping noises. It starts hissing at me. It sounds terrible. So I fucking freak out and I turn it off. And like at first I was like, oh my god, what did I just do? Did I do the thing that everyone always makes fun of people for and like call people idiots? Did I leave something metal in my microwave?
Oh
You know?
no.
Everyone's like, oh, you fucking dummy. You left a spoon in your mug before you put it in the microwave, you idiot. You know?
Somehow a paper clip got underneath that little glass tray and you fucked it.
I know, microwave ruined. I was like, oh fuck, did I do that? Did I leave like a fork in there or something? And no, I didn't. So it wasn't that. It just decided to shit out on me.
Oh boy.
And like I even took the bowl out and I ran it empty. And then it finally died. Just running empty. So I don't know what happened to it, but it's fucking sitting there dead and I haven't plugged it back in because I'm afraid of it now.
Oops.
So I don't have a microwave. And
Oh,
the
that's
new one that we
lovely.
ordered has no like set shipping time. So I don't know when I'm
Oh.
gonna get a new microwave.
Oh my god.
And boy, you certainly don't realize how much you need a microwave until you don't have one.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Holy shit. And like I was sitting there, I was like, fuck. Now I have this bowl of butter that I need to melt, and I don't have any options to melt this butter. Like I'm so shit out of luck. Cause I have one pot and two pans, and I wasn't gonna use up a pan just to melt like literally an ounce of butter. I wasn't going to do that.
Oh my god.
So my last two options to heat up some butter was to put it in an air fryer or to put it in my toaster oven. So I ended up putting the entire bowl in the toaster oven and turning it on. Which, hey, by the way, don't fucking do that. Don't do that.
Oh no.
It's such a bad idea. It gets the bowl so hot. Like,
Yeah.
I was afraid my bowl was going to shatter, but it sure
Oh,
did melt the
God.
butter.
And your fingertips if you
Yep.
grabbed it at all.
Yep. I did think about turning the toaster oven on and then setting the bowl on top of the toaster oven because it
That
gets
would've
really
been
hot
smart,
on the
yeah.
top. And I did that at first, and it kind of worked, but it would also, like, it was taking fucking forever, and I kind of needed that butter, like, now. So
Mhm.
I got impatient, and I put it directly in the toaster oven. So
Oh boy.
I have been living microwaveless for about a week, and it is really fucking bad.
Oh no.
You don't realize how many things need the microwave until you don't have a microwave.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's my story. I've been living caveman mode over here. But as I was saying, if we get like a lull if we finish this game early, I have a surprising amount of toaster oven related stories that I would like to tell.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, God, let me...
Your appliances just like shit out on you a lot, or like...
No, okay, the other two stories are not actually about me. They are toaster oven related, but they're not about me.
Okay.
But hey, while I guess,
Yeah,
wait.
tell your stories.
Okay, I will open up Phasmophobia, get that started, and then I will tell my toaster oven stories, because for some reason I have 2 of them. So the first one should be pretty quick, but so at my parents' house, right, we have our toaster oven, and my dad, so he's getting a little bit up there, you know, in age, and the foods that he can eat are narrowing, but the one food that he really, really likes and he can eat a bunch of is toast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he loves making toast. He makes toast, I think, almost every goddamn day. But
That's so much bread.
But
So much bread.
all right, he's an old man. He's allowed to have some bread if he wants. Listen, man. But he doesn't know how to make toast. It's either he doesn't know or he refuses to learn how to use our toaster oven, because what he does is he cranks the temperature all the way up as far as it can go, which when our toaster oven is 450 degrees.
What the fuck?
Which I'm pretty sure is a few degrees what counts as broiling.
Yeah.
And then he turns the timer all the way as well, past 60 minutes. Because in his head, his like excuse every single time is, well, I'm just going to watch it and I'll turn it off when I'm done, right? So I don't need a timer because I'll be sitting there and I'll be watching it until my toast is done. Except he never fucking watches it. He absolutely never stands there for long enough to watch his toast and get it out in time. Every single time he puts the toast in, he cranks it all the way up, he turns it to always stay on, and then he instantly fucking walks away and gets distracted by something else.
No. Why would you put it up so high?
Because he refuses to not do that. Right? So he just refuses, no matter how many times we yell at him that it's too fucking high to toast some toast, he doesn't learn. And every single time, he always puts in like at least 2 or 3 slices, right? And 99.9% of the time, the first time around, they get burnt to like a charcoal black. And the only reason that he ends up taking them out is because we yell at him to take them fucking out, because the room is starting to smell like shitty burnt toast, right? So
wow.
He just cannot toast bread to save his life. So our house is constantly smelling like disgusting burnt bread. So that's number 1. That's story 1 about the toaster oven and my father. The second one, these are linked very, very close together. The second one also involves my father. And Shell, oh god, that looks, sorry, that probably looks really fucking dark.
Oh, it's super dark.
Yeah,
it's super dark.
Okay. I was gonna play some basketball, but I can't even fucking see the basketball, so never mind. So the second story also involves my dad, and hey, Shell, you know my dad a little bit, right? You know that he has some funny quirks of his.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his funny little quirks is that he wears driving gloves. He just wears gloves when he drives, you know?
Yeah.
Like people who, like NASCAR drivers and old ladies in the 50s do. But he's driving a he's driving a fucking Kia Soul in a suburban neighborhood, so I don't know why he needs the driving gloves, but he wears them anyways, right? And his other funny little quirk is that when he wants to like get like, let's say he has a wet towel or something, and he wants to get the towel dry. Well, instead of putting it in the fucking dryer like you would, if he has like a single towel, he'll put it on top of the toaster oven. And he'll turn the toaster oven on and use the residual heat from the toaster oven to dry like fabric-based things on top of our oven. Which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen someone do, and we yell at him every single time, but he keeps doing it. So that's the two elements of this that make up this story. So one, he wears gloves. Two, he likes to use our toaster oven, which is a complete waste of energy and time, to dry small fabric objects.
Oh, love that.
So one day, he came home from a day out, and I guess it was raining or something, and he got his driving gloves wet.
Oh no!
So he took them off, and he put them on top of the toaster oven, and he cranked the toaster oven all the way up to 450 degrees, and then he cranked the time all the way past 60 minutes. He set them on top and walked away.
Oh
okay?
No. Oh no.
An indeterminate amount of time later, me and my mother are just suddenly go, why does it smell like burning plastic in here?
No.
Something smells like someone has melted plastic in this house. What the fuck does that mean? So we walk into the kitchen, and we see a pair of gloves sitting on top of a toaster oven that has been on for God knows how long.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
So we yell at him to don't fucking do that again, and we turn it off, and we go to peel the gloves off the top of the toaster oven. And now here's where he fucked up, and here's how he didn't get away with it like he usually does. Turns out the gloves on the back of the hands had the logo of the company that made the gloves like imprinted on top of them, and that logo was printed in like rubberized ink, and he had placed them face like hand down on the toaster oven. So when we peeled the gloves off, what was left behind was a perfect imprint of the gloves logos in melted rubber on top of our toaster oven, and it was sitting there slowly burning. So, and the problem was, you know, this other problem beyond the fact that there is now melted rubber like infused to the top of our toaster, was that the toaster has been on for so long that it's like the fucking surface of the sun. So we couldn't like get in there and scrape it off when it was still liquid because it was really fucking hot, right? So we had to wait for it to cool down, which means the rubber hardened. So we had perfect imprints of this glove manufacturer's logo solidified to the top of our toaster oven for a solid 3 or 4 hours before we could like finally scrape it off. And it smelled like shit for the rest of the day.
Oh man.
So that's all my toaster oven stories for now, unless I think of another one. But anyways, my dad needs his toaster oven privileges fucking revoked.